In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up automated multi-channel sales sequences inside Central Sales. If you're doing manual follow-ups, switching between email, phone calls, SMS, LinkedIn, and even WhatsApp, or forgetting to follow up entirely, this is going to simplify everything. Let's walk through how to set it up. To start, head to Central Sales. The first thing that you're going to see is your CRM. Everything starts here before building a sequence. This is where all your contacts and companies are stored. You can link a contact to a company. So instead of John Smith floating on its own, you can connect it to ABC Plumbing, for example. And that way everything stays organized. You can also add a business to any contact. And when you add that business, it'll show up in your company's CRM. So when you go to companies, you'll see ABC Plumbing and the contacts that work there. Inside both companies and contacts, add or edit any basic information, and if you click on View Details, you'll be able to see activity, add any internal notes, and create tasks. This keeps your CRM structured and organized, especially if you're doing B2B outreach. You can also create custom fields, for example, adding a budget field so it's available across your whole CRM. If you've used tools like HubSpot or Pipedrive, this works in a very similar way, but integrated directly into Central. You can set up a two-way sync so contact updates stay aligned between Central CRM and your external CRM. Next, we have Magic Fill, which automatically enriches contact data. When you click Magic Fill, Central uses what it already knows, like name, email address, phone numbers, but then it does a web search to fill in any missing details, like job title, company, or location. You can review the suggestions, and if it all looks good, you can click Apply, and it'll update the CRM automatically. The same works for company records. This feature is incredibly useful and saves massive amounts of manual research time. You can also generate leads using AI. Here on the left side in Find Leads, you describe your ideal customer, for example, B2B owners, specific job titles, locations, time zone, or target industries. Central uses that description plus any filters to return a list of matching leads. So you can build outbound campaigns without manually sourcing contacts. Now we can move into building a sequence. Sequences are automated outbound campaigns with step-by-step outreach across multiple channels. Let's build a sequence. You can create steps using automated email, SMS message, outbound caller, LinkedIn connection message, and our newest addition, WhatsApp. You build them step by step. You could build a full email sequence, for example. And for each step, you can choose when it starts, either immediately when someone is enrolled or with a delay, for example, 3 days. You can also mix channels, for example, step 1, outbound phone call, step 2, send an email directly after, step 3, send a LinkedIn message after 2 days. Let's start with email. For email, you can write manually or you could generate with AI. You can also use variables to personalize, like for example, pulling from custom fields. You could use the budget field that we added earlier. That way messaging feels more tailored. Another really cool feature here is the check spam score. If your email feels overly AI generated or buzzword heavy, it may hurt deliverability. The spam checker helps prevent emails from landing in spam. There's an additional personalization option where you can enter a prompt and a subject, and Central will try to research the recipient and tailor the email to them. For example, referencing their role or company. And then each step can be tested before launching. Moving on to outbound call, you can also enter a prompt or script or generate it with AI. The outbound caller will try to stick to the script. If the prospect asks something that is relevant but isn't in the script, it can still respond by using your knowledge base. Once that step is done, you can add yet another step to the sequence. For example, SMS follow-ups, LinkedIn connection requests, or LinkedIn messages. For LinkedIn connections, you don't necessarily need a LinkedIn URL. If it's not included, Central can use the person's name and company from the CRM to find their profile and send the connection request. This reduces manual prospecting time significantly. Now let's move on to WhatsApp. To use WhatsApp, you connect a Meta business account and you can use the same number or a different one. You can set up your WhatsApp business profile, like your business email, website, description, and logo, and it syncs into WhatsApp. What's important to remember is that WhatsApp outbound has meta limitations, meaning a customer has to message you before you can message them freely. And even if they message you, you typically only have about a 24-hour window to respond to them normally. To send messages to people who haven't messaged you first, or to message after that window, you need pre-approved WhatsApp templates. The good news is you can create and submit templates directly inside Central. If it's approved, you can use it immediately inside sequences. Then, when creating each step, you can configure settings here on the right side like time zone, integrating your calendar for bookings, and send window. Then for phone calls specifically, there's also a voicemail related option. Like if the call hits voicemail, you can choose whether to retry and set the retry timing. Then if you scroll down, you'll see exit criteria. This lets you automatically stop the sequence once the goal is achieved. So yes, if someone replies, you may want to stop the rest of the steps. But another example is if your goal is to book appointments and they book an appointment after step 1, exit criteria can remove them from the sequence so they don't keep getting follow-ups. Once you've created all the steps, added in all the details that you need, then we can enroll recipients, and this decides who enters the sequence. It'll ask you to select either only current contacts, only future contacts, current and future contacts, or upload via an external file. For current contacts, you can filter. For example, enroll everyone marked qualified. If we select only future contacts, for example, you can apply filters here. For example, here you can select budget, which is the field that we added earlier. And you can say budget is $5,000. Or you could also filter by location. Then whenever a contact is added, Central checks your criteria and then auto-enrolls them. And if in the previous step you choose current and future contacts, it combines them both. It enrolls your existing matches now, and it keeps enrolling new matches as they come in. Once people are enrolled, you can monitor progress in the recipient's view. You'll be able to see which step each person is on, and if each step was completed successfully. And if something fails, it will show as failed. When you're ready, you can activate the sequence. If you're currently inside your send window, it'll send immediately. Otherwise, it'll send at the next available window. And then, of course, make sure that your email is connected. For example, Gmail or Outlook. If you need to configure settings with the channels, for example, with outbound call, you can configure things like call escalation logic, AI voice and name, voicemail, routing calls, calendar invites, or lead intake flows. And if someone calls back that outbound number, you can route it directly to your internal number. After you've built the sequence, you've enrolled the recipients, you've configured everything, then you just have to wait for a reply. In the replies tab here on the left side, all responses from outreach show up in one place. So you don't have to check your phone, inbox, or dig through spam. This makes it super easy to review everything and take action directly from Central. Lastly, instead of building a sequence step by step, you can generate one with AI. You first enter basic company information, and then Central generates pain points, value propositions, and the full multi-step outreach sequence. You can edit it as you want and then simply launch. It takes just a few minutes to create a complete outbound campaign, saving you heaps of time. And that's how you set up automated sales sequences inside Central. Instead of juggling multiple tools or manually following up, Central lets you run consistent multi-channel outreach from one dashboard. If you want to explore it yourself, sign up or log in and try generating your first sequence. It takes just a few minutes to get live. And then check out our channel for more videos on Central.